Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 53 yards. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you actually have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A give up the middle to Gibson, and he'll get a couple up to the 29. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
I think they might have surprised him there, partner, because you try and guard the first down line first and foremost to stop them there, and they just went ahead and bypassed that in a big way and took a big shot downfield.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Wentz. And he rifles one incomplete. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game for the Washington Commanders. That name unveiled in a grand reveal back on February 2nd. The franchise opting to keep the burgundy and gold color scheme, adding the striking W logo on each side of the helmet and the single gold stripe running from front to back. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now Wentz again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Okay, ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but half from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guy. It's a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15. Lawrence will throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On third down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. Back to the ground with Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? Seven, our score after one. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now Lawrence. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 39 yards. And the Jags have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Patterson. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Etienne once more. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Now Lawrence to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
A fairly short kick from the 14. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. On the return, here's Agnew. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Working with a 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for a 2nd straight play. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. 1 more good rep, and they get off the field.
Great 15.
This time they stay on the ground. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Throwing is Wentz. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about 1 yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On first down, Wentz. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, when you draft a guy that high defensively, you hope he can make some plays for you, and he does indeed get the interception there, Charles, in his first NFL ball game.
And to think that if there was any flaw to his game coming out of college, the way that we looked at tape and judged it, it was his pass coverage, defending the pass. But that's just a great instinct right there to sniff that one out, be in the right position, and come away with the interception.
Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On the ball. Let's go.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe 1 yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. ETN on the toss right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Agnew now to return. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Lawrence. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Carson wins. 28 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Wentz going to look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Sisco.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
On the ready.
Straight ahead, Etienne. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run the toss now to Etienne. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I gotta think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get this off to Etienne. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one's high, but not very far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Sunday.
To throw, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Wentz. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second and a long way to go. Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing now, Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2nd and 11 now. To throw is Wentz. Thomas brings it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Wentz to throw again. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off